This life is about mastering the mind, mastering the psyche, and it has nothing to do with believing in God. Everything is about the mind hack, with the goal to achieve your mental health, your psychological health, or your soul health, and subsequently of that, your bodily health. It's not about trying to find God or believing in religion, although those were the early attempts at trying to understand the human psyche. But it's all about mind hack. And whatever version works for you is your path. There is not just one path, but it's the path to psychological and mental health. And even I made the video yesterday about changing your mindset and how to go from dreading your life every day to finding joy and contentment. It's a mind change. It's a mind hack, a psychological hack. You have to hack into your soul and disengage from the negative programming. You have to change the lens, the angle from which we look at life. And so that's what this journey is about, to find a soul hack, a mind hack, and a life hack that works, that leads you to joy, peace, and contentment, and love, the love of life. And I have found in my life that believing in God, while that might help to some extent, soothe the soul, but it hadn't worked in my life. It was not until I finally discovered myself and self-empowerment, and it was through the psychological self-empowerment that everything became okay. That I no longer felt the victim of the good and evil that was transpiring in this world. Good and evil will always be here. You transcend it by finding your own center. You transcend it by I got one eye higher than the other. By transcending the mind, by transcending the negative lens of seeing everything through the pessimism of the glass is half empty. It's equally true that the glass is half full. And if you can switch your mind, it will make all the difference in the world. And this life will become more bearable, if not enjoyable. So, yeah, it's not about religion. It's about psychology. And to make the most of psychology, it's about self-mastery, self-realization, and thus returning to the consciousness of the God self, the consciousness of one. I want to address the thing about the word self-mastery. Christians are so spooked about the word self. It's they look at self as the devil, and that's how they live at war with themselves psychologically without even knowing it. But the reason, well, Christianity has indoctrinated us into this war against self. Self is evil, self is wicked, self has all these bad vices. Well, self became distorted because of our trauma. And it's created an ego self that is not very lovable. Actually, it's not a thing. It's a psychological phantom. And it can be corrected through intensive focused soul healing by giving your soul self the love and the care and the affirmation and the validation, and then the distortion will be healed. But the reason why the word self is such a spooky term for Christians is because through Christianity we have learned that God is some being in the cosmos that we are supposed to find with our eyes closed. That being is a phantom. And because we have been taught that God is a being, which our mind equates with like a human being, there is separation in the mind. If you have to go find a being in the cosmos, obviously you're separated from it, and you do not consider yourself to be it. That takes a quantum leap in consciousness to understand that the self consciousness, the you, is the being that is in the cosmos that you're seeking for. But it's really you you're seeking for. You're seeking your own consciousness. You're seeking your unconscious soul, your subconscious soul. You seek the unknown about yourself. But it is all one. It's all within your being. It is your being. So don't be scared of the word self. That's like being scared of you. And because you live so scared of yourself, you're always trying to escape it through smoking, through drinking, through spirituality, through religion, through relationship with God. Stay home in yourself and recognize yourself as the I am. You've already found it. You're already there. There's nothing to seek out in the cosmos, nothing mystical. You are it. Drop the scare of the word self. You're just scared of your own ego and of your own shadow. But the shadow, you know that you can't run away from a shadow. Have you ever tried? It will always follow you. It clings to you because it is you. It is you. And stop seeking for God like chasing your own shadow, because you can't find any God apart from yourself, apart from the consciousness and awareness that you have. Your awareness, your consciousness is God. It is the great cosmic mind, the intelligence that is shared with all of creation, with all of humanity. It's manifested. That intelligence is manifested everywhere as everything. What does the scripture say? God is in all things, through all things, and on all things. It permeates everything, even the phone that I'm holding in my hand, because the phone is made of vibration and frequency waves of energy. Everything is God. Include yourself in that.